The city of Calgary has announced plans to convert 3 downtown office towers into residential housing and hotel units. This is in addition to 13 conversion projects that are already underway in the city. So how do these projects come to be, and how much housing will it bring to the city's core? For more on this, let's bring in Sheryl McMullen. She is the Manager of Investment and Marketing for Downtown Strategy at the city of Calgary. Sheryl, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks so much for the opportunity.
So you've been focused on revitalizing, I suppose, the downtown core of Calgary for a few years now. And when we talk about converting office towers or the potential there, it sounds like, I mean, it's a conversation that we've been having a lot recently, but this is something that you've been thinking about for a bit longer than that, right, Sheryl?
That's right. Calgary's, we've been in a unique situation since about 2015 when the oil and gas industry kind of bottomed out, and our city has been very heavily reliant upon the oil and gas industry. So when the price of oil took a nosedive, the office buildings really emptied out in about 2015 through to 2021, and we were facing a vacancy rate of over 30%. For Calgary, 30% means 14 million square feet of vacant office space, which is almost the size of Vancouver's entire downtown. So it's a significant amount of office space. And that created a huge issue for our city because we charge property taxes based on the value of those buildings. When they emptied out and became vacant, we lost almost $16 billion of assessment value. And those taxes had to go somewhere. So it had to go to other properties within the city.
I hadn't thought about that consideration, Sheryl. I wonder if you could even just describe what the downtown of Calgary had been like over, those years when those office buildings emptied out and before you started working on some of these projects.
Great question. When we looked at what happened over those years as the office buildings were emptying out, the downtown became a much, much quieter place. It was always hustle and bustle, pretty much between 9 to 5, but at 5 p.m., the downtown would empty out. People would go home to the suburbs, which is where a lot of our residents in Calgary lived at that time. There were some people on both ends of downtown, the far east and the far west, but the downtown core really became a ghost town for us.
So by targeting some of these buildings in this way of converting them, is there a possibility that it's going to be, the life of the city is going to be more woven through it rather than isolated to those neighborhoods?
Absolutely. That's one of the key things that we're looking at through our Greater Downtown Plan and specifically our office conversion program. We look at the 3 projects that were announced last week, and in total there's actually 13, 10 that were previously announced plus these new 3, and we've got 4 more in the pipeline that we're looking to go through the review process right now for approval. In total, those buildings will remove 2.3 million square feet of our vacant space and hopefully provide homes for about 2,300 new residents, or 2,300 homes, and that's about 3,600 residents coming into the downtown just from those 17 projects alone.
Thank you for clarifying that. Sorry, 13 total at this point and 4 maybe more on the way. Tell us more about the math behind the conversion of office properties to something else, whether it is a home or hotels.
Right. So with our conversion program, we started working really, really closely with the real estate industry around 2018, 2019, where we decided that because of the tax shift that was happening, remember when I talked about the drop in assessment value of about $16 billion, the city still needs to earn revenue through property taxes to basically operate the city. So instead of that revenue coming from the downtown office buildings, it shifted off onto other properties, which was primarily other commercial properties outside of the downtown core. So strip malls that house mom and pop businesses, smaller businesses. It also went on to industrial property, hotels, and residences as well. Because of that, people were getting hit with huge tax bills during that time period, sometimes 20-30% increases per year. And what the city did is they tried to provide relief on a one-time basis, except it wasn't just 1 year that they were providing the relief, it was 5 years in a row. And at that point, city administration in conjunction with the business community said, okay, we've got to do something differently. Instead of just rebating these tax increases, let's start to invest in ourselves. And that's when the whole idea of an office to residential or office conversion program really came about. So we worked closely with the real estate industry to look at what amount is necessary as an incentive for a building owner or developer to convert that office building into residential or some other adaptive use like a hotel or a school or something like that. And that's where the $75 came up. And that's what we're using for residential. Hotel is a little bit lower at $60. But we thought that was the amount that would actually incent a developer to say, okay, this covers about 25 to 30% of my construction costs to do the conversion. This is good enough for me to actually move forward.
That's really interesting. So between $60 and $75 per square foot of an incentive to developers. Where does that money come from? And also, what kind of response have you gotten from the developers and those sort of interested in this?
So the money comes from reserves at the City of Calgary, which is the same source that was being used for the one-time tax relief, except 5 times in a row.
Right.
So it's from reserves. It's not being charged to residents on their tax bill or anything. It comes from reserves that we have. So that's what's funding this. And that's the City of Calgary's portion. So the city has invested a total of $153 million in the office to residential conversion program, plus another $9 million is allocated for post-secondary. So that's what the city has invested. We're also looking to both the province and the federal government for support and to invest in our program, is to remove a total of 6 million square feet, which is our goal, which is a little less than half of our total vacancy. We'll need about $450 million to make these conversions actually happen.